Welcome to Eastern Hancock High School in Charlottesville, Indiana, where the Union County Patriots are taking on the Eastern Hancock Royals. The Union County Patriots come in ranked number 2 in 2A with an 18-1 record, while the Royals are ranked 7th in 2A with a 12-1 record. And tonight's kind of one of those games that's probably remarked on by both teams. Both these teams are young, very good players, had a great season so far, and potentially could meet as soon as a regional matchup. So this is a big game, one of the bigger games in the state tonight. We actually have one of our biggest crowds here, and considering, we'll see if this works, but we got some rain coming in, so and I guess it's the month of May. Let's refresh. The month of May here, and you kind of see a window opening. So there's a potential to have some no rain here, hopefully. So yeah, may take that a second to open up. But we'll come back to it when it does. But we do have some rain threatening. At one time I looked, and it looked like it was supposed to already be raining at this point. So, and it actually seems to be closing in. As we pull it up here, we're located in this area right here. So, got some rain coming in. Hopefully we can get this game in tonight, as it's a big matchup for both teams. A few things about some of these teams. The Royals had broke the school record already. They have 23 home runs this season in 13 games. Sammy Bowling has 8 home runs. She's just 1 home run from tying the single season record for home runs, which is held by Savannah Blevins with 9. Caroline Stapleton tied the career triples record last night and now has 17 triples in her career. She currently shares that record with Katie Knopp and Jordan Pearson. The Royals have won 12 straight games and are off to the best start in school history. They lost their first game to New Palestine and haven't lost since. The Royals currently lead the MEC, and they have one of their bigger matchups in the conference next week at Wapahani. The Patriots come in. They have 29 home runs this season in 19 games. They're led by freshman Annalie Adams. She leads in lots of categories this season, including hits, runs, RBIs, doubles, and home runs. The Patriots are led by sophomore pitcher Chloe Green. She's been pretty dominant on the mound with 141 strikeouts and an ERA of 1.18 and has 12 victories on the season. The Patriots' lone loss on the season was to Frankton, which just so happens to be who the Royals played last night, and the Royals defeated Frankton last night 14-4. So we're what are some other things? We got sectionals coming up here shortly. The brackets just came out on Sunday. Here you can see on the left is Union County's sectional 41, which is at Union County. They drew Shenandoah and did not get the bye, so they will play that round, and then Hagerstown will be waiting on the winner of that Shenandoah Union County game. On the Royal side in sectional 42, which will be held in Knightstown, the Royals drew Knightstown and will also have to have the play-in game, and Triton Central will be waiting on the winner of that Knightstown Eastern Hancock matchup. So those are the sectional brackets that just recently came out. We do want to remind people to please consider subscribing. We've gained quite a few subscribers this year. I think we were around 600 when football season started, and now we're over 1,200. So please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. We really recommend YouTube. Is probably the best one to watch. It's got the highest quality video, and it's kind of the one that we almost always stream to. Very rarely do we not. The only time we don't stream is sectional to YouTube, because you're not allowed to stream sectional games on anything but IHSA TV. So, because the IHSA copyrights sectional matchups. So, but everything else we usually stream to YouTube. We are on Facebook as well, and Twitter, and you can also find us on ihsatv.org. We will see here. We are. If you see that little game program QR code there at the top, you can scan that with your phone. It's got some stats and information about tonight's matchup, and you can check it out. The Royals. Oh, there you go. Just a second. All right. Do want to thank our family sponsors this year. These are the people that have kind of stepped up and sponsored us whenever we were needing money to kind of make up for the lost attendance this fall and winter. So we appreciate all those people that became family sponsors. If you were interested in becoming a family sponsor, you can look at the scrolling text there at the bottom. And you can see, I think it's tinyurl.com/EHRoyalPride. So we're looking for some things that's in the studio here, so all right. We do have chat available. So if you send me a message on YouTube or Facebook, I can get it here in the press box. And if you see anything, if it sounds not right or video quality is not right, just let us know in the chat. Also, if you consider sharing it out there on Facebook and Twitter, let people know. We're getting ready here shortly to have lineups for both teams as the coaches are meeting here. The Royals are led by Terry Stevens. This is his 4th year coaching for the Royals. has a career record of 45-18 and one tie. Key wins for the Royals this year is against Bishop Chatard, Lawrence North, Frankton. They have quite a few key wins this year. Their key loss and only loss is to New Palestine. We're getting ready to have lineups in Anthem. As we mentioned, we do have weather threatening in the area, so hopefully we can get enough of this game in before any heavy rains show up or storms. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the game.
The pandemic has created an economic crisis for high school sports. Every school in Indiana is feeling the pinch.
High school athletic departments are funded by fans like you. Ticket sales pay for things like uniforms, facility maintenance, officials, and transportation. Replacing the revenue lost because of the pandemic is a huge challenge for schools.
Here's how you can help. Don't forget about high school sports. As soon as you feel safe and tickets are available, buy a ticket to the games and the meets.
Support the high schools in your community every way you can. Your money will go towards a great cause.
And you and your family will have a ton of fun. I'm Sandra Walter, Assistant Commissioner of the IHSAA.
And I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Thank you for your support of high school sports.
Your school, your children, your community. This is what high school sports in Indiana are all about. This is your IHSAA.
We got lineups going on, so I'll try to get it so you can hear.
Number 20, Shelby Hill. As the pitcher, number 11, Chloe Green. At first base, number 10, Bailey Matthews. In right field, number 5, Roya Walton. In left field, number 12, Peyton Loeb. In center field, number 13, Whitney King. They are coached by Scott Gray. Now for your Lady Royals. Starting with the non-starters, number 42, Bree Talby. Number 3, Maddie Turner. Number 0, Rachel Jessup. Number 4, Cameron Spiegel. Number 13, Alina Alford. Now for your starters. Starting in center field, number 1, Caroline Stapleton. At second base, number 11, Kaylee Stewart. At shortstop, number 2, Sammy Bolding. In left field, number 10, Brooklyn Willis. At third base, number 35, Taylor Cook. As the catcher, number 5, Kaylee Klein. In right field, number 38, Emma Bolding. In designated player, number 25, Sydney Benarski. At first base, number 7, Grace Stapleton. As the pitcher, number 88, Madison Stevens. They are coached by Terry Stevens. Will you all please stand and join me in the playing of our national anthem?
Okay, we'll be muting it for the national anthem so we don't get a copyright, and we'll be back after the anthem. All right. So the national anthem's over. We're getting ready to start. If you're just joining us, this is the Eastern Hancock Royals versus the Union County Patriots. Patriots come in ranked number 2 in Class 2A, while the Royals come in ranked number 7 in Class 2A. So this is one of those matchups that both teams probably marked on their schedule as a big game, potential regional matchup, and we'll see where we get started here. So hopefully we can get it in. Like we mentioned, there is some threatening weather in heading this way, so hopefully we're right in this area right here. So, and we will hopefully have, seems like everything's running pretty good this evening as far as technical issues. Okay. Who's our first hitter? Sorry.
Up to bat for the Patriots. First is number 14, their second base senior Torrey Russell. First pitch by Stevens.
And Madison Stevens is starting on the mound for the Royals, the sophomore. And we'll get the score going here when I get caught up. 2 balls, no strikes. And the hitter is Russell. Madison 3-0 count. Russell's a senior, batting .435 on the season. Has 2 home runs.
Down the middle, strike 1. Russell's counted 3 balls, 1 strike.
3-1 count. We do have different views here. Not sure. Like we had in the baseball game the other night.
Down the middle, strike 2.
So now a full count.
Gives Russell a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Russell is the leadoff batter for the Patriots. Patriots currently have 29 home runs in 19 games.
Ball 4, walk.
That'll bring up number 4, freshman shortstop,
Anna Lee Adams comes up number 4 for the Patriots. She's a freshman, but she leads the Patriots in many categories. So one of their leaders. And hits a line drive off the glove of Cook. Bowling can't make a play on it. And so Patriots get off, and I'm sorry I didn't hit the field cam. That's the negative thing about using that pitching camera. Yeah. So I sometimes forget to hit the thing after they hit the button. Hitting now, I believe, is number 3, Knack, and it's going to be fouled off. Royals got off to a little bit of a slow start last night against Frankton. And inside, I think it hit the bat. So the ball is deflected off the end of the bat.
Count will be 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And Coach Steven wants a timeout here.
Coach Stevens calls timeout.
Do want to thank everybody joining us. Make sure you share it out there. Let people know this is a big game. This is number 2 in the state versus number 7 in the state. Possible regional matchup in the if both teams are lucky enough to get out of their sectional. And so are fortunate enough. So hopefully everything's running smoothly on your end.
Union County coach questioned the last pitch. Checks with the outfield umpire. They agree that it was a foul ball off the end of the bat.
Yeah. They weren't sure if it really was a foul, but it definitely went off. I didn't hit the replay button. I should have hit the replay button, but it definitely deflected off the end of the bat.
Again, Knox count be 2 balls, 1 strike. It's
Strike.
outside corner, strike 2. Counts 2 balls, 2 strikes. No 1 out.
Count was wrong on my scoreboard. 2-2. Oh. Strike 3. Outside corner. First out for the Royals.
Somewhere in all that mess, the runners advanced to second and third.
Now it looks like number 20 is up. Hill. Hill is batting .523, has 6 home runs on the season, 32 RBIs. A chance to get some here. Ball. For the Royals, it's Madison Stevens behind on the mound. Kaylee Klein behind the plate. And it's hit toward right field. It does fall in, and it's going to be score 2 runs and 2 RBIs there for Hill. So just over the head of Grace Stapleton at first. 11 comes in. Pitcher Chloe Green, sophomore. Strike 1. Strike 2. Foul ball. Stays alive. 2. 0-2 count. 1 out. Runner on first. Ball high. Fouled off. And it's hit, fouled off again. And high ball. 2-2 count. Strike 3. Second strikeout for Madison Stevens. That's going to bring up, looks like, number 10, Matthews, freshman. Matthews is hitting .418, has 3 home runs on the season. And she fouls it off, but and it looks like it went off her leg. I realize my replay is off. So this is going to look weird for a second. Just bear with me. You can kind of see it fouls off, but you can't quite see it hit. She's walking it off and ready to for the next at bat. Ball high, I think. Or was it strike? Sorry, strike. 2-0-2 count. Foul tip. 1-2 count, 2 outs, runner on first. Union County leads 2-0 here. And swung and hit towards center field. Stapleton easily makes the catch. And that's out number 3. So after a slow start there, the Royals get 3 outs, and we move to the bottom of the first.
Sometimes it's the youngest members of our community who lead the way.
High school sports in Indiana are a great example. Student athletes want to play all their games and their tournaments.
So they're listening to their coaches and making the concessions and sacrifices they need to finish their seasons.
They're putting the school and their teammates first.
That's one of the greatest lessons taught by high school sports. The team always comes first. I'm Sandra Walter.
And I'm Chris Kaufman. We're both assistant commissioners of the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Let's follow the example of our student athletes and always put each other first.
Sacrifice, self-discipline, teamwork. This is what high school sports in Indiana are all about. This is your IHSAA.
All right. First up for the Royals is Caroline Stapleton. Caroline's batting .628 with a home run and 16 RBIs. Shows bunt again. This time gets the outside corner. 1-1. It's going to be outside. Outside. Oh, nope. Gets the corner. 2-2 count. Yeah, I'm a little slow on this. I say ball and then. Oh, Caroline swings at it and it's strikeout number 1.
Number 11, second baseman, Kaylee Stewart.
Kaylee Stewart, the junior. Plays second base. Batting .415 with 2 home runs and 18 RBIs. And we're not sure what the hit by pitch record is in the season, but we're pretty sure that Kaylee Stewart has it. So,
Number 2, shortstop, Sammy Bolden.
so Sammy Boulding now up. And Sammy pops it up. Shortstop's going to make the play and makes the catch. 2 outs.
Left fielder, number 10, Brooklyn Willis.
And freshman Brooklyn Willis comes up. Kaylee Stewart on first. Ball inside. That's fouled up. Heading right for us. Hits the bleachers next to us. We have one of our, considering the weather, this is definitely one of our largest crowds, I believe, that we've had. Ball high. And Willis hits it, popped up towards second base. And the second baseman gets the third out. So a couple pop flies. And that ends the first inning. And we'll be back shortly. All right, here we go. Top of the second. Patriots lead. Strike 1 there, first pitch. Patriots lead 2-0.
Patriots has number 5 senior right fielder Rona Walton.
And strike 2, swinging.
No balls, 2 strikes.
This is number 5, Walton, senior. Batting .214. Has 10 walks and 17 strikeouts. And pops up toward second. Stewart can't quite make the play. And Walton's safe at first. So way to run it out there by Walton. And reset the count. Had a couple of those. Earlier one. Oh, show bunt. Cook makes a play in the catch. So diving catch there by Taylor Cook. See if we can get that real quick before our next hitter. Replay here on this play by Taylor Cook. She dives after it, and great play there. And sorry, I'll get back, and I'm having problems. There we go. Sorry about that.
Rain has picked up here a little bit. Wind is still blowing from right field.
0-1 count, 1 out. Runner on first, and lined right to Sammy Bowling. Bowling gets the second base out.
She throws it to Stewart for out number 2 at second base. He gets a fielder's choice.
And 2 outs, 1 on. Patriots lead 2-0 here in the top of the second.
Patriots top of the order, number 14 senior second baseman Tori Russell.
Tori Russell lines it right to Bowling. Bowling knocks it down and gets the out at first. So big play there by Bowling, getting it knocked down. Didn't catch it, but was able to easily play it and get it to first for the 3rd out. And we move to the bottom of the second. See if we can get some of those replays. Because I hit a few there. Hopefully I don't.
No strikeouts, no runs, and 1 left on
So we'll go back. I'm not sure
bottom of the second will bring us
what these replay. I think this might be the foul tip earlier. Yep. Move on from that. Here's a fly over to Stewart. Stewart couldn't quite handle it and get it over to Gray Stapleton. But nice job running it out.
5, Taylor Cook.
And then Taylor Cook made a great play here. We'll get back to live action here as she's the next one up. Let's see if I can do a better job at getting back to her. So Taylor Cook, after making that diving catch, now she comes to bat.
batter for the Royals. Number 35.
She's batting .326 with a home run and 8 RBIs.
First pitch down the middle. Strike 1.
And she fouls that one off, strike 2.
Backstop. Cook's count to be no balls, 2 strikes. Taylor is the leadoff batter for the bottom of the second.
Chloe Green pitching for the Patriots. She's having quite the season as a sophomore. She's got 141 strikeouts in 77 innings pitched. And that's going to be fouled up. Catcher's going to try to make a play, and does. So nice play there by the catcher there for the Patriots.
I'll bring up number 5, sophomore catcher Kaylee Farney.
fielder, number 5, Kaylee Klein.
Kaylee Klein comes up. She's playing behind the plate for the Royals. Batting .474 with 2 home runs on the season. She hits it over toward third base line. Shortstop makes the play. And 2 outs. So defense for the Patriots has been outstanding here. Made some outstanding plays. And now we got Emma Bowling coming up. Right fielder. Ball inside. That's fouled off. Ball high and outside. Inside. 3-1 count. And that's lined out towards center field. And the center fielder can't make the catch. It hits the fence. And Bowling's going to stop at second base with a double. So big hit there by Emma.
DP number 25, Sydney Benarski.
Sydney Benarski. DP. Need a big hit here. Get a run on the board. Inside. So 3-0 count. Strike. And it's fouled up. It's going to fall, and it's going to roll foul. So the backspin makes it foul, and we're going to have a full count. And swinging strike 3. 3 outs. And the Royals leave 1 on base. And we move to the top of the 3rd. We'll be back shortly. Freshman Annalie Adams is going to lead off the top of the third here for the Patriots.
In a couple of their categories. At the most hits, most runs.
And she's going to hit it out towards center field. Caroline Stapleton gets under it and gets the out. And we can now hear the rain starting to hit the rain is starting to hit the press box here.
The bat now for the Patriots is number 3, junior third baseman Sophia Knock.
Sophia Knock is up. It's going to be just outside. It's going to be low. Strike right down the middle. Looks like Stapleton's going to make a play on it, and she makes the out. So Caroline doing a nice job in center field. Some big catches. Hill comes up. Hill had a huge 2 RBI hit, I believe, earlier. Got the Patriots on the board. Ball high. It's fouled off. Again, sophomore Madison Stevens pitching for the Royals tonight. Strike 3 looking. Nice pitch by Madison Stevens there. Kind of froze her. And that was a big defensive inning there by the Royals. We'll see if we can get that. That third strike right here by Madison. Just dropped right in the strike zone. Again, Madison Stevens had come into the game with 33 strikeouts and just 3 walks. For the Royals. Both of these teams are really young teams. A lot of freshmen and sophomores lead both teams. There's some seniors and juniors that contribute, obviously, but they have some younger players too. First up is going to be Grace Stapleton.
First baseman, number 6,
first baseman. This will be her first at bat. Last night she got the Royals going with a huge home run. Strike one. And low and inside. Well, they hadn't. Grace still had time called. Strike right down the middle. And strike three. Another strikeout for Green.
Center fielder number 1, Caroline Stapleton.
Caroline steps up, and she struck out on her first at bat. Strike on the outside corner.
Caroline has the team's best batting average at .628.
And she check swings there.
Caroline actually leads the team in hits, 26 runs, 6 triples.
1-1 count.
A triple last night that did tie the career record for triples.
Could be outside.
Side ball two.
Oops. 2-1 count. 1 out. And she slaps it. Foul.
1 out, no one on. We are in the bottom of the third. Royals are down 2-0.
And she slaps it again. Foul toward the Royals dugout. She fouls it again toward the.
Got to remain 2 balls, 2 strikes. Caroline's not going to stay alive here.
It's going to be outside. Full count. Another foul ball. Do you want to thank everybody watching? Remember that we do have the chat available. So if you have any comments. Looks like we're switching for a new ball.
I believe it stopped raining right now. It was raining, so the grass is wet. Patriots put a shift
And it's nice hit there by the third baseman.
for a single.
She's going to get a single. So way to battle there. Good quality at bat there. And
Bring up number 11, junior second
big, hopefully we can get something going here.
Number 11, Kaylee Stewart.
Junior Kaylee Stewart's up. Last time she got hit by a pitch, which we believe she might have the school record for a number of times being hit by a pitch. She shows bunt. Ball gets by the catcher. Caroline takes second easily. Now we have Caroline in scoring position.
Stewart has been hit by a pitch 7 times this year.
So we found Kaylee Stewart's been hit by a pitch 7 times in just 13 games. And nearly inside.
Sends her in. Gotta be 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out, runner on second.
I got this count wrong, I believe.
And she is hit by
And she's hit by another pitch. I don't know.
rate for the season.
So her 8th time being hit by pitch. And now the Royals have 2 on here with 1 out.
Holding.
And Sammy Bowling comes to bat. First time Sammy was up, she had 1 pitch. She popped it up to the shortstop.
Up the bat for the Royals will be number 2 freshman shortstop Sammy Golden.
Got a quick little
There is a
timeout.
spot on the record for in the school for hit by pitch.
And we'll bring that back up here in a minute.
On that record,
Nope, that didn't work.
we'd have to find out what the record is, but Kaylee Stewart is definitely on her way to hold that record.
So 2 on.
2 runners on first and second.
And
Bowling is up to bat. First time up to bat, she popped down to shortstop.
she fouls it off. Caroline Stapleton is on second. Kaylee Stewart's on first. Sammy Bowling's up to bat. Chloe Green pitching for the Patriots. And Sammy swing and a miss. Is behind 0-2 here.
Chloe Green is Patriots' #1 pitcher.
And she lines it toward over the second baseman. It's going to fall.
Gap in right center.
And so that's going to load the bases.
Caroline will move to third.
So it looked like there's almost a miscommunication there
10 freshman left.
between the Patriot players.
Number 10, Brooklyn Willis.
And that's going to bring Brooklyn Willis up. Freshman
1 out.
with 1 out, bases loaded. And big opportunity here for the Royals. Ball outside. It's low. Good eye there by Willis.
Brooklyn does lead the team in walks with 11.
Willis has 11 walks on the season, leading the team. And she pops that up
Foul territory.
toward right first base. It looks like it was out of play.
Gotta be 2 balls, 1 strike. Willis' batting average is .550.
2-1 count, 1 out, bases loaded.
Home runs on the team.
And she lines a nice shot right center field. And she hits it over for a grand slam. Huge hit there by Brooklyn Willis. 4-1 grand slam home run. Got all of that one. And Royals take a 4-2 lead here on one swing. So huge there by the freshman. And Taylor Cook comes up.
Taylor Cook.
So grand slam there by Brooklyn Willis. I believe that is the third grand slam of the season. I believe it's the third grand slam of the season for the Royals. So both Bouldings have a grand slam this season, and now Brooklyn Willis adds a grand slam. I don't have the count right, but that's popped up to the pitcher. 2 outs.
Catcher, number 5, Kaylee Klein.
Kaylee Klein. 0 for 1. 0 for 1 today. And she fouls it off. And that's going to be high and outside. Ball. Again, we're talking about two teams potentially could be regional opponents if both teams can win their sectional. We'll show the replay of the grand slam in between innings, and then we'll show the sectional brackets here soon as well. Be outside. Two count, 2 outs. Nobody on. Strike 3, outside corner. And that's going to be the end of the inning. We're going to move to the top of the 4th. So let's first, let's look at this replay of Willis's home run. Well, we got some other replays here. Let's see what these were first so we don't miss them. There was a nice hit there by Sammy Boulding. Loaded the bases. And then I may have hit replay twice here for Brooklyn's. I wanted to make sure I got it all. So, bases loaded here. Hits it right over center fielder's head. Over the fence for a grand slam, and that's the difference. Yep. And so the Royals lead here 4-2. Here we're talking about the sectional brackets. The left one there is Union County's bracket. They're going to face Shenandoah, and then if they win that game, they would face Hagerstown. And then that would advance them to the championship. And if they were to win that sectional, they would play the winner of sectional 42, which is the Royals sectional. Royals drew Knightstown. Winner of that game will play Triton Central. And then that would take them to the championship. So that is the road. And these two sectionals play each other in the first round of regional, or the regional. Chloe Green. Strike 1. Fouled off.
Green fouls it off right back at her teammate on deck. Coach helps her back up.
So 0-2 count.
Across the infield is Grace Stapleton, Kaylee Stewart, Sammy.
Yeah, I haven't gone over the fielders. Brooklyn Willis is playing the one that hit the grand slam. Freshman playing left field. Caroline Stapleton playing center. Sydney Bednarski's playing right field now. Taylor Cook third. Sammy Bowling shortstop. Kaylee Stewart second. Grace Stapleton first. Madison Stevens is on the mound. And Kaylee Klein is behind the plate. Ball high. 2-2 count. Union County comes in this game 18-1. Their one loss to Frankton on the second game of a doubleheader. And nice pitch, but it is fouled off. I mean, she's had a few of those that have froze the hitters, and I thought that one was going to get her. But she does foul it off. And that's going to be a strike three. Nice job, Madison, with the strikeout. I believe that is Madison's fourth strikeout today. Number 10, Matthews, up for the Patriots. Strike inside. You hear the rain coming down a little bit more. Nice pitch by Madison Stevens. Strike two. One, two count, one out. And outside. Kaylee, they're going to check with the first base umpire, but Kaylee Klein kind of had that look like she thought it was a strike. And inside. Full count. And that's going to be fouled off. Stays alive here, full count. There is a program, if you scan that QR code there at the top. It's got quite a few stats for both players or both teams, some information. You're looking at two of the top teams in Class 2A in the state of Indiana. And that's going to be hit toward the third base line, but just foul. Taylor Cook dives after that one. That would have been her second amazing catch if she could have got to that. And strike three swinging. Another strikeout for Madison Stevens. Walton comes up. Trying to remember Walton.
Got on base in the second inning by an error. Pitched down the middle, strike one.
I think Walton's the one that hit the ball to Stewart earlier, and Stewart couldn't handle it.
Ball one, I'm sorry. That one's down the middle.
Strike 1-1 count.
1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, no one on.
Just a little high. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. That's on the outside corner. 2-2 count, 2 outs. Royals leave here 4-2 here in the top of the 4th. And rain is threatening the area. We'll look at the radar in between innings. And that's a strike 3 swinging. Nice job, Madison Stevens. Having an outstanding game. That's her 6th strikeout here for the sophomore. All right, let's check out. Take me a second here. Let's see if the Royals can get some space here. Waiting on the radar to show up, and then we'll. There we go. So not too bad. It seemed like it was closer earlier. So we're right in this area. So hopefully we can get this in. It's like May, you know. There's a window. Get this game in. So far, the weather's cooperated so far. Strike 1. Emma fouls it up. I guess it's heading right for her.
It's the backstop fence out play. Emma did get the first hit of the game with a double to center field in the 2nd.
Oh, I had the count wrong. It is now a 2-2 count. I had the count wrong. 2-2, no outs. And she's going to line that down third base line. Foul. Two. And that's inside. She fouls it off. Looks like we have a change of ball. 2-2 count. Chloe Green, the sophomore, pitching for the Patriots. Nice line drive over to right field. It's dropped. And so Emma's going to reach on the air.
VP number 25.
And that's going to bring up Sydney Benarski.
Bring up number 25, junior DP. Sydney Varsity. Sydney is tied with 9
Inside.
for second. First pitch is the ball.
Last at bat, Sydney struck out. Oh, my count's wrong. Sorry. It's 2-0 count, not 2-1 count. Sorry. And she shows bunt. It fouls it over the catcher. Outside. Full count. Emma Bowling on first. And nice hit down the third base line. Oh, just foul. It was literally a foot. Foot from the line. Yeah, it was close. And that's going to be fouled up right at us. Staying alive here. Strike 3 swinging. First out. That's going to bring up Grace Stapleton here. Grace today is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. It's fouled off.
Grace got the scoring started last night against Frankton with a home run in the third inning.
Shows bunt. Pulls back, but it's called strike.
Strike 2, I'm sorry. Count be 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner on first.
Two count. And she lines it right toward right field. This time the right fielder makes the catch. And that holds Emma Bowling on first. And that's going to bring off the Royals' leadoff hitter, Caroline Stapleton. Caroline's 1 for 2 with a strikeout. Has scored a run. Strike 1 outside.
Batting average is .628. Leads the team's 27 hits, 27 runs.
Strike 2. Change up.
Strike number 2. Chloe Green remains the pitcher for Patriots in the bottom of the 4th.
Slapped. Staying alive, 0-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first.
and slaps it right to the third baseman. They knock it down, and it's going to be a hit. And the Royals have 2 on now. 2 outs here. Kaylee Stewart.
Baseman number 11, Kaylee Stewart.
Kaylee Stewart's been up twice and been hit by pitch both times. See, not sure I've seen someone get hit 3 times in a row. Well, inside. Inside. It's going to be played by the third baseman. Makes the throw to first. Nice play by the third baseman. Third baseman, Knock, made a great play on it and gets the Patriots out of the inning. The Royals leave 2 on. And we move to the – oh, I just realized that was – I never changed the side of the inning. So we are now at the top of the 5th. And I think the weather's going to cooperate here for us, I hope. So I say that and it'll start just rushing down. But you want to thank our family sponsors. If you've enjoyed our live streams this school year, this is one way we've kind of avenue we'd like you to maybe give back. And so there's a link there at the bottom, http or tinyurl.com/EHRoyalPride, and you can donate and become a family sponsor. And these are all the people that stepped up this year to do that. See if I can get through them. First pitch is low. Oh. That's a strike. Yeah, that's my problem.
Up to bat for the Patriots is number 12 left fielder Peyton Lowe, which is a ball.
2-1 count. Sophomore Madison Stevens pitching for the Royals tonight. And that's lined toward left field. But Brooklyn Willis makes the catch. Say our outfielders have played really well today. Caroline Stapleton's made some good outs. Brooklyn gets one there.
For the Patriots now is number 13, their freshman right fielder Whitney King. Whitney hit the fielder's choice in the second. First pitch down the middle.
This is number 13, King, freshman. Batting .302 on the season. Today. Oh, hit just foul. King is 0 for 1 on the day. So that's going to be 0-2 count. 1 out. It's outside. And that's changeup. It's just been really dominant. Strike 3. She's caught a few of the kind of froze the Patriots hitters a few times here with that changeup.
Walked in the first.
Strike outside corner.
First pitch by Madison is a strike. Second inning, she hit back to Sammy. Was thrown out at first.
And he lined right up the middle.
Hard ground ball up the center.
And
Picks it up.
they get it in, so big hit there by Russell.
That'll bring up number 4, shortstop Annalie Adams, freshman.
Annalie Adams comes up. Got to be careful there. She's one of their leaders. She leads them in, tied for the lead with 7 home runs on the season.
She is the second in batting average for the Patriots with a .544. Leads the team in RBIs. There's a run.
Ball high.
First pitch to her is high. Currently 2 outs, runner on first.
Ball high again.
Adams is tied first with home runs on the team as well. Be careful here, we don't give up a shot.
And popped up.
Stapleton underneath it for out number 3.
3 outs. And that moves us to the bottom of the 5th.
Move to the bottom of the 5th. If a rain does come in, the game is now an official game.
And
I'd like to go ahead and just finish it out here.
so far, the Royals have 5 hits,
Strikeout.
and the Patriots have 3 hits. Each team has committed an error. Patriots 2 runs came in the top of the first inning. The Royals 4 runs came off of a Brooklyn Willis grand slam home run in the bottom of the 3rd. Sammy Bowling's gonna lead off here for the Royals.
Patriots in the top of the 5th.
Shortstop number 2, Sammy Boulding.
Up to bat for the Royals is their 3, 4, 5 batters. Leading off is number 2, freshman shortstop Sammy Boulding. Sammy's 1 for 2 today. Popped out to shortstop in the first inning.
It's gonna be in the dirt, low.
And
Ball 1.
the runs that scored. First pitch is
Bowling's 1 for 2 with a run scored.
2 on the team with a .556 batting average. Leads the team
And that's lined over to left field. It's going to be a base hit. Good leadoff hit there. And she's going to take second, makes it into a single, into a double. Great job, Sammy Bowling, being aware. And turned a single into a double.
Left fielder number 10, Brooklyn Willis.
Willis comes up.
bring up number 10 freshman.
Willis is 1 for 2 with 4 RBIs on the grand slam, including a run herself.
Popped down to second baseman in the first. Had a grand slam in the third.
Inside and high.
Ball 1. Brooklyn has a .550 batting average. Number 2 on the team in home runs.
Going to be a strike. Be interested to see if you're having any audio weird sounds. I hear some buzzing in mine headset. Anybody else is hearing that? I'll see if I can mess with it. Bunt.
First base. No
And
one there.
nobody's there. She runs it out, and that's going to score. Bowling on the play. And Willis gets back to first. And
Willis
see what they're going to talk here.
gets back. Sammy Boulding scores on the run.
They're calling Willis safe there on first.
Safe at first.
Bowling scores the run.
RBI single.
Royals take a 5-2.
35, Taylor Cook.
Thanks, Coach Collison. Okay. guess that's Taylor Cook is up now.
5, Taylor Cook's up
It's
to bat.
fouled off.
Her first pitch is fouled off.
He gave it in there. And that's going to be a changeup inside for called strike. They did call that bunt by Willis and Air. We did get the replay. We'll watch it when we have an opportunity. Here's a hit short to third baseman. She tries to make the play, but Taylor runs it out. And the first baseman can't hold it. And Willis advances all the way to first. So we got runners at the corners, no outs. And now Kaylee Klein comes to bat. See what they're. They're calling a little timeout. Let's see if we can get a replay here. And as we've had some highlight plays here of late. In fact, I got like 7 of them here that I haven't gotten to. This is earlier. We'll watch some of these. Let me remember where that is. Let's watch that last play.
Catcher number 5, Kaylee
Nope.
Klein.
Not enough time. Maybe between innings.
Number 5 catcher, Kaylee Klein. Brooklyn Willis is on third. Taylor Cook is on first.
So Willis is on third base. Taylor Cook on first. Kaylee Klein up the bat. No outs. Royals lead 5-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. And Cook gets in a run down here, and the Royals are going to score on it. And so Taylor Cook's in the rundown, but the Royals get a run out of it. So Willis scores. Lead up 6-2. Cook gets out for the first out. And the Royals now lead 6-2. That's fouled off. And strike swinging. Oh, that's strikeout. And
Out number 2, I'm sorry.
we will get rid of that.
Cook was the first out on the rundown. The bat now is number 38, sophomore.
So 2 outs here.
First pitch is a ball to him.
Inside.
Inside.
Oh, no. Strike.
Inside corner. Strike one.
I need to quit being the umpire and wait for the call.
Umpire's a little slower at calling the hand signal.
And
Change up. Emma Boulding hits it right back to second baseman.
and the Patriots get out of the inning there. So the Royals add a couple runs
4-2 runs.
and lead 6-2 as we move to the top of the 6th. Let's see. Let's try to see if we can get some replays. We're on 24. And that was one of the strikeouts there, or pitches by Madison. Emma Boulding here with the line drive to the right fielder that misplayed it. Stapleton Slaps it to the third baseman and can't play. Get a play on it.
Stevens will remain pitching in the top of the sixth. Line catcher.
Here's a pitch.
Holding in
We're getting ready to go back to live action, so I got a few more replays we'll get back to later. As knock is up for the Patriots. Strike one. Looking. Sorry, I don't know why Kaylee's name's up there. Get rid of that. Just got to report the golf team defeated Morristown this evening. So congratulations to Coach Hibbert and the golf team. Big hit there by Knock. And the Patriots get a leadoff hit, and they look to try to get something going here in the top of the sixth. Shelby Hill, sophomore, comes to bat. She is 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs today. That's strike. And I have no idea what's going on. Cancel. Strike inside corner on the changeup. Yeah, this is only the third game I've seen. I think the second one I've seen Madison pitching. I haven't seen these changeups quite like this. So she's got time here. One, two count, no outs, runner on first. Fouled off. That's reached and fouled off. One, two count. Low. 2-2. And strike three swinging. Madison Stevens with another strikeout. Strikeout number 8. Her 8th strikeout of the game. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Green. That's fouled off. This is kind of exactly the type of game we kind of expected here. Good test for the Royals. And strike. 0-2 count. Outside. And that's fouled off. Staying alive, 1-2. Ball high. And hit over to the shortstop. Bowling makes the play, but not quite in time. Safe. And so the Patriots have something going here with 2 on here, 1 out. Bailey Matthew comes up with, she's batting .418 on the season, has 22 RBIs. Strike. What? And that's popped up. Looks like Cook has it. She makes the catch. 2 outs.
Up to bat now is number 5, senior right fielder Rona Walton. Hits the outside.
Strike 1.
Walton reached in second base on an error by Stewart and struck out in the 4th.
Little high.
High ball. 1-1 count. 2 out run on first and second.
Walton, the hitter for the Patriots. And that's hit to right field. It's going to be a hit, and it's going to score 1 run. So big RBI hit there by Walton. They got runners at the corners. And the Patriots try to get something going here with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
Up to bat now will be number 12, sophomore left fielder Peyton Lowe. Stevens calls a quick timeout. Let's talk to Madison.
Do want to mention, if you get a chance, subscribe to our YouTube channel at EH Athletics. It's the best way to find out when we're live. And we're also on Facebook at EH Sports Network and on Twitter at EH Sports Network. You can also find us on ihsatv.org because we are an IHSA affiliate. Strike.
First pitch is a strike. Score is Royals 6, Patriots 3.
1-1 count. 2 outs. 2 on.
Rain is starting to pick up again. Hits the outside corner.
Strike outside corner. 1-2 count.
2 strikes. 2 outs. Runner on first and third.
That's line to the second baseman. Stewart makes the play to Stapleton, gets the Royals out of the inning. Patriots just score 1 run, leave a couple on base. And we move to the bottom of the 6th. Like I mentioned, we were talking about it. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's where the highest quality is. We usually stream to 1080, which is a higher quality at YouTube. Facebook kind of lowers the quality just a little bit, the video quality, and so does Twitter, as does ihsatv.org. So we usually recommend people to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell after you subscribe, and it will alert you every time we go live. And I think it also alerts you 30 minutes before we go live. So that's the best way. And I think the Patriots are changing pitchers. Freshman Bailey Matthews is warming up. And do you want to look at the conference standings here? The Royals are currently leading the MEC. They're the only undefeated team remaining. They're 3-0. Cowan and Wapahani are both 4-1. Royals have already defeated Cowan. They have a big matchup against Wapahani next week. That'll go a long way into potentially winning the MEC championship this year. They still have to face Westdell as well. Union County is 6-0 in their conference and have a pretty good hold of the TEC and are looking to win a conference championship there. Sidney Benarski comes up to bat for the Royals. Sidney today is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And strike 2. Matthews pitching, freshman number 10 for the Patriots. She's pitched 37 innings on the season with a 6-1 record. Has 49 strikeouts and only 12 walks. Oh, 2. Swinging. Oh, that ball's dropped on a strike 3. And out.
First baseman, number 7, Grace Stapleton.
Grace Stapleton comes up. Grace is 0 for 2 with a strikeout today. Oh, we got a timeout. Swing strike. Yeah, I wondered how. Two, 1 count, 1 out. Nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Started to show bunt, but pulled it back. Inside. Oh, strike just on the inside corner. Full count. And that's going to be strike 3. So that's going to bring up Caroline Stapleton back at the top of the order.
Number 1, Caroline Stapleton.
2 outs. Caroline's 2 for 3 with a strikeout and has scored a run. This is pretty close to about the game we were kind of expecting, a close game. I was worried that weather would play a factor, but so far to this point it hasn't. Knock on wood. We do have the chat open here in the press box. If you have anything you want to say as far as cheering on the Royals or the Patriots. And she fouls it off. 2-2. Count. And that's lined right over the shortstop. And that's going to be a single. And 2 outs. And see if the Royals can get some hits to run together here.
Second baseman, number 11, Kaylee Stewart.
Kaylee's official stat for today is 0 for 1. She has been up to bat 3 times today. Was hit by the pitch in the first, hit by the pitch in the third, and then grounded out to third base in the fourth.
Stapleton steals second.
Pitch was a strike. Hits the outside corner on the pitch. Carolina Stapleton steals second base.
So
No balls, 1 strike.
Stapleton moves into scoring position. Good throw there though by Hill. It wasn't an easy stolen base.
Pitch is high. Ball 1. Pitch is high. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
2-1 count.
Runner on second.
And that's fouled up over the fence. It's going to make it a 2-2 count.
Patriots have only
2 outs.
pitcher that started and this pitcher. Green and Matthews. Matthews, the pitcher now, has an ERA.
Glad to see the Carltons are watching. Some of our loyal viewers. I'm at 60 right now. And I haven't had that's the highest 60 viewers right now between Facebook and YouTube. So that's one of our highest viewerships in softball this year, or it's probably the highest. If it's a game that we're not at,
High fly
oh,
ball.
fly ball toward right field.
Right fielder's underneath it to make the catch.
And that's going to be out number 3. As I was getting ready to say, if you go to Facebook, EH Softball, there's a Facebook page that streams a lot of the games that we're not out there streaming here too today. So they do all the games. And we move to the top of the 7th.
Up to bat for the Patriots will be their 9-1-2 batters.
We were originally planning on doing a baseball game next week. We were originally planning on doing Morristown baseball game next week, but that game has been canceled. And so I have to look and see what the softball home schedule is, but we may be at a softball game next week instead of a baseball game. Okay, but we were originally planning on doing a baseball game next week, but those games were canceled. So we're looking at we'll see what game we end up doing next week for our game of the week. And if we're not able to do one, I think the next week we have some options with baseball and softball right before sectional play. So Royals 3 outs away here from getting a huge win. They can finish it out here in the top of the 7th. That's going to be fouled off. And that's fouled off. We have a time. Oh. I think we have somebody climbing on the fence in the outfield, and they're trying to get that taken care of. Probably Cody Hibbert out there climbing on the outfield fence. Ball outside.
Counts 2 balls, 2 strikes. No one out, no one on.
And that's fouled off again over the press box right at us. 2-2, no outs.
Kings counts 2 balls, 2 strikes. No one out, no one on.
And that's going to be hit to the third baseman. Cook is going to make the throw, and it is an out. So 1 out here. And I have quite a few replays, so we will try to go through those replays before we leave. Though I also want to beat the rain and storms. Strike inside corner. Strike. It's been impressive. I don't think the Union County fans like that pitch, and there's, for as far of a travel it is, I think Union County's got quite a few fans here tonight.
High. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, no one on.
And that's hit deep down left field, but it's going to go foul.
Foul territory.
But it was deep. It would have been
That was a shot.
a home run if it would have been fair territory. It might have hit the baseball field. So
Might hit the back dugout on the baseball. Russell is up to bat for the Patriots.
and that one's a low ball.
Our crowd did not like that pitch for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Neither crowd is happy.
The crowd is going back and forth tonight. Usually whoever's batting is
full count here.
Count will be 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, no one on. There is a potential of us playing the Patriots 3 times this year. Of course, tonight.
And that's line to Cook. Cook makes the play. And another great defensive play by Taylor Cook. Gets out number 2.
As I said, we could
And the Royals are now 1 out away from
Franklin County
defeating the number 2 team in Class 2A, Union County Patriots.
if both teams would happen to make it to
They're 18-1 on the season with their lone loss to Frankton in a second game of a doubleheader.
for shortstop freshman Annalie Adams. Change up by Stevens. Is a ball.
And that's lined foul.
1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, no one on. We are in the top of the 7th. Royals are up 6-3.
Tomorrow night, the Royals take on Blue River Valley. A Mid-Eastern Conference game right here, I believe. And that's lined right down third base line.
Takes the change up. Line drive down third baseline.
It was foul. Royals now 1 strike away.
Be swinging with a little more authority.
Yes.
This last inning.
And we're waiting on a softball.
Lost a few softballs between the foul balls. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, no one on.
And that's going to be high. 2-2 count, 2 outs. That's going to be low in the dirt. Full count.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, no one on.
And it's going to be a walk, which is uncharacteristic. Madison's only walked 4 batters in now over 30 innings pitched. So she walked. Oh. So that's so 5 batters. Oh.
Popped up right field. Emma Bolding underneath it in foul territory. Makes the catch.
Emma Bolding makes the catch in right field on the foul territory, and the Royals are going to win the game 6-3. So the number 7 in Class 2A Eastern Hancock Royals defeat the number 2 team in the state, Union County Patriots. As was mentioned, they're in the Franklin County Invitational that we're also in, so these teams could see each other again. And potentially, if both teams are fortunate enough to win their sectional, they can also meet in the first or in the regional. So these teams may play again this year, and this is a good test for the Royals. And I'm sure that Coach Stevens and the Royals are thrilled to get this 6-3 victory. Looking at our player, Paxton Farm Sweet Corn player of the game, I think I'm going to go with. I mean, we could go with 2 people here. Brooklyn Willis's grand slam was got us the lead and just kind of got our bats going. Huge play, and so that's obviously got to be in there. But Madison Stevens' pitching was also pretty good. as well. We could consider her, but we're going to go with Brooklyn Willis as the Paxton Farm Sweet Corn player of the game with her grand slam, her 5th home run of the season. And so we are going to look ahead. I do have some replays that I did have, so let's see. We can see some of those that I hit that were late games replays. Bowling, the line and drive over the shortstop there. Sammy Bowling. This was an error, and then I couldn't see from my vantage point, so this is the first time I could really see it. But Willis kind of made the turn to go to second and nearly got tagged out, getting back to first. But this was Caroline lining it over the shortstop. And here's a great play, 2 great plays right in a row by Taylor Cook. Getting some outs late in the game. And here's the second one of those. Almost looks like the replay of the same. And so the Royals get a huge victory tonight. Do want to mention they play tomorrow night. We will not be streaming that, but you can find it if you find EH Softball on Facebook. They're streaming the games that we're not doing as well. They're doing the ones we're doing as well. So you can catch them there. And what else is they got Blue River tomorrow. And then I'm trying to look at the schedule here. Lapel, I mean, they got a really big run here. Like they don't have too many games nights off, so they're going to be playing nearly every night over the next couple weeks, including some big conference matches. Wapahani next week is a big one toward the MEC. So make sure you check them out. We will probably try to do a game soon next week, possibly, since baseball is canceled. We will see. So thank you, everyone, for watching as the Royals get the huge win tonight over Union County Patriots. And I'm shocked that we got through the rain because I was watching the radar all day. So glad that weather wasn't really a factor. And now I'm going to see if I can get out of here before I get wet. So thank you all for showing up and watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at EH Athletics, and make sure you like us on Facebook and on Twitter, and we will see you next time.